Welcome to the UCCU Event Center in Orem, Utah on the campus of Utah Valley University. This is Showdown Fights 13. I'm your host, Johnny Ritchie, and as always, my partner in crime, Tandy Suter. Tandy, what do we have on tonight's fights?
Coming up first is Edgar Garcia versus Jordan Smith. Edgar Garcia is a great ground fighter, great jiu-jitsu, great wrestling, and he's fought in the UFC, and he wants to show everyone that he can keep it on his feet.
Well, if he wants to keep it on his feet against a guy like Jordan Smith, he's going to have to train hard. Jordan Smith owns the Showdown, moved on to Bellator, and now he's back. So this should be a great night, or a great fight to kick off the night. Tandy, what do we have in the main event?
Well, we've got Jason Brenton versus Clay Collard, which is, I mean, you've got the Clay Collard of Colorado. I mean, they're like twins in the cage, both amazing power on their feet, great guys on the ground. But they both have this incredible endurance, which is going to make this fight, I mean, hopefully go all 3 rounds, which, what we're excited for, but...
Well, absolutely. Clay Collard moving down from 155 to 45 said, look, I want to make that transition. I want to fight the toughest. I want to fight the best. We had to reach out to Colorado to find this guy. We brought him down, and he's ready to put in work right here at Showdown Fights. I couldn't be more excited about this fight, and I know you are too.
Absolutely.
And we're hoping that you guys at home are waiting in anticipation for what could be the best night of fights that we've had here in Showdown. All that and more is coming up next in Showdown Fights.
Arizona's Edgar Garcia comes to Showdown Fights with a wrestling pedigree that rivals the best in MMA. But Jordan Smith has proven time and again that a well-rounded attack is vital to success in the cage. WEC and UFC veteran Edgar Garcia looks to return to the big show, and a win tonight could get him there. But former science teacher turned fighter Jordan Smith has plans of claiming that opportunity for himself. Arizona State Wrestling Champion, Garcia looks to drag this fight to the mat, but is content to display his boxing skills if needed to secure the win. Never taken down while at the UFC, Edgar looks to put on a show for the Utah fight fans. Fired up to fight again in front of his hometown fans, moving up a weight division, Smith agreed to fight Garcia at middleweight. This Black House MMA fighter returns after fighting around the world and is now setting his sights on that Showdown Fights championship belt. Stepping into the cage next, 2 crafty veteran fighters, Edgar Garcia versus Jordan "Mata Eli" Smith.
You can expect to see a very good matchup between Edgar Garcia and Jordan Mataele Smith, who is 29 years old, 6 feet tall, weighed in at 185 pounds, fighting out of Clearfield, Utah, representing Black House MMA and One Hit Mixed Martial Arts. He is Jordan Mataele Smith.
Another crowd favorite here.
Yeah, people love Jordan, man. All right, we're going to send it up to Hans Olsen for the official announcement of this fight.
Hey, fight fans, who's ready for a fight? All right! This bout is a professional contest in the middleweight division. It will consist of 3 5-minute rounds. It is sponsored by the Pit Elevated Gym. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighed in at 185 pounds. He has a record of 13 wins and 3 losses. Fighting out of Yuma, Arizona. Let's hear it for Edgar Garcia. And now, fighting out of the red corner, this man stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in at 185 pounds. He has a record of 16 wins and 5 losses. Fighting out of Bountiful, Utah, representing Black House MMA and One Hit MMA. Let's hear it for Jordan Mataele Smith. Steve Sharp in charge of the fight.
Steve Sharp is your third man inside of the cage. Just going to go last-minute instructions with these guys. Jordan Mataele Smith, Edgar Garcia. They know a thing or two about being inside the cage. A lot of experience here inside the cage. He's going to get things started with a touch of the gloves. Here we go.
Don't blink.
That's right.
Don't blink.
Nice shot right there by Jordan Mataele Smith. His last fight was a win
Nice
against
lead hook by
Colton
Garcia.
Vaughn. But his last fight inside Showdown was against Josh McDonald, another fantastic wrestler. It was a unanimous decision. And so Jordan Smith is no stranger to fighting those types of guys. Ooh, nice shot right there. Nice front kick right there, Jordan Smith. Ooh,
There's that
over the
lead
top.
kick.
Yeah, up and over the top.
Nice kick by Jordan Smith. Jordan's right hand's a little low, I think, for leaning forward that far. He could get caught with that lead hook.
Well, and you know, to a lot of people's surprise, Edgar is standing. You know, right now people were wondering would he be shooting in, but he wants to show people his hands. You know, he wants to get back into the UFC. There's no doubt about that. And how's he going to do? Oh, and a nice trip right there by Edgar Garcia to get Jordan on his back, but then lets him back up, which I'm surprised. A lot of times when people feel Jordan's power, the last thing they want to do is stand and bang with him. But Edgar Garcia doing a pretty good job so far.
Right.
Oh,
that
nice
those
little
hooks
exchange
by
right
Garcia.
there. But Jordan's he's a sadist, man. He gets punched and it's like something turns on in him.
Right.
And he got hit right there with a good shot by Edgar Garcia, and you saw the switch flip a little bit. And then right after that, he lands a
Instantly
nice head
beautiful
kick.
head kick.
Yeah.
Right. Garcia's got great counter hooks, and George Smith's got great head kicks.
He does a lot like with the earlier fight we saw with Micah Rant. His head
That
kicks
lead
are
kick,
so
right.
fast. Oh, and there's that
Nice.
hook
There's that
again
hook.
by Edgar
Left hook.
Garcia. Jordan's got to be careful. He's got to bring that hand back up to his face.
Right, Jordan being southpaw and leaning forward on that front leg and dropping that right hand, he's opening himself up for that left hook.
And there it is again. Jordan doing a good job of ducking under it.
Nice body kick. It was like It's kind of like the side kick. Wow, you can hear that.
Yeah, nice shot. That was a nice punch by Jordan right there, and you heard it.
Nice inside leg kick by Jordan.
So on that
Nice
kick right there, he's
tee.
got to be careful. Once again, we saw what Edgar was able to do, catch it and pull off that little trip. He throws that right there with so much force.
Right.
Nice body shot. Edgar Garcia going low there, switching up a little bit, and hits Jordan with a nice body shot, making Jordan think.
That left hook, it just counters every time.
Oh, it caught him again. Again. Three in a row right there.
Right.
Edgar Garcia was able to catch Jordan with, and he hit him hard too, but Jordan keeps moving. You know, Jordan's, still being aggressive.
Good head movement by Jordan. Nice cross.
Oh!
Jordan landed that cross.
He certainly did. About 30 seconds left on the clock. As Jordan Mata, L.A. Smith, and Edgar Garcia
Nice
trade
side kick.
shots. Head kick there by Jordan Smith. Low kick right there by Edgar Garcia. Moving back and forth. 10 seconds left here in this first round between Edgar Garcia in the black trunks and Jordan Mata, L.A. Smith in the blue trunks. Because they're trading back and forth, landing some shots. And in my opinion, Edgar Garcia landing that hook 5 or 6 times to the side of the head of
smart. It's
Jordan
very smart of
Smith.
Garcia.
Once again, third man inside the cage, Mr. Steve Sharp. Checking with the judge to make sure they're ready to go. Edgar, Jordan ready to rock and roll. Touch of the gloves, and your second round is underway. Will there be adjustments made in the corner of these two fighters?
Oh, nice right jab by Jordan. Oh, great exchange. Jordan landing that cross now. Oh, and that left hook caught him.
It got Jordan. It's got him on his.
And
It's got him wobbled. It's got him wobbled. But Jordan,
Nice knee by Jordan.
Edgar gets the takedown as he was on wobbly legs right there, looking to shake the cobwebs off. And, you know, chasing after Edgar, trying to throw some knees, and Edgar gets that takedown. Jordan was in a lot of trouble right there.
A lot of trouble. But he's recovering right now. Trying to recover. Trying to get Edgar Garcia off of him. Trying to turn out, but man, Edgar is doing a great job staying on top, keeping position.
Well, using his hips
and
to mount Jordan, and that's something I've never seen before, is someone mount Mata'ele, but very methodical was Edgar Garcia in working in that, and talking to the people that have trained with him, said, this kid, you know, he weighs 185 pounds, but he feels like 250. I mean, he knows how to use his hips and his leverage, and once he puts that on top of you, it's hard to move him. It's hard to get him off you. So Jordan's really going to have to work to get out of this and get out from underneath Edgar Garcia.
Right.
And just as I say that, Jordan Smith doing a real good job of locking in what could be the triangle. He's got to get that
He needs to grab that
arm.
shin. He needs to grab his chin, but he's got his hand in there, so.
Yeah, Edgar's doing a good job of punching his other
defending it.
hand through to defend it, grab his own bicep.
He should switch it over into an arm bar. He's not.
And that's what he's trying to do right here. Edgar's a strong guy. You're not going to be able to get that on him right away. You know what I'm saying? And then now switches to what could be Plata. Is he going to get it? No, he's not. What's he going to do here?
Okay.
Get him back inside his guard.
He's trying to put that shin on the neck. Ooh, I like that one. I like putting the knee right there.
Right there.
Right there
Right
in the
across.
jaw. And pull the head down into the knee.
Looking for an arm bar, and then he's transitioning into a choke. But he's got it once, so now it's kind of, it makes you feel a little bit confident that you can get it again. And right then, over the top, he throws it, but
he's
Edgar
got
keeping
both
that
hands in
in.
there.
Yeah.
So lock him in and just start punching and elbowing his head.
That's right.
If you're going to hold him there.
Edgar now on top once again as Jordan's head backed up against the fence. Throwing a couple shots, but Jordan has thrown 2 submission attempts recently. Nice elbow right there by Edgar Garcia.
He really does use his hips really well.
You know he does, absolutely.
Another
Doing
elbow
a
by Garcia.
great job keeping that pressure, and he's smart. He's a crafty guy. You know, you don't make it to the UFC just on being a great wrestler. You have to be crafty. You have to be skilled, and Edgar Garcia is that. You know, to keep 2 hands in when the triangle was thrown over. A lot of guys at the spur of the moment they wouldn't have done. They would have tried to pull out, and he's like, look, I'm just going to stuff one back in there so my neck and head is my neck is protected. So he is a crafty guy. He's smart. He's a veteran. He gets it.
But I like that Jordan was still fighting back. He was still throwing punches from
Sure,
the ground.
absolutely. Oh, Jordan's not going to give up ever. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to knock this kid down and drag him out of there for him to give up.
I mean, he's still throwing little punches.
Garcia, fantastic wrestler right there, once again using his hips and a little bit of leverage to get Jordan Mata'ele Smith back onto his back, head up against the fence. This is not where Jordan Smith wants to be.
Jordan's really good at throwing up kicks from the ground.
He is.
He's done a lot of damage there. I like how he's pushing the chin, getting space
nice
to throw a knee.
But then you see right there, threw it to the body, not to the head.
Very smart by putting his knee down to make sure he didn't get kneed in the face. And Jordan was smart by kneeing him in the body.
10 seconds left on the clock.
Jordan tried to put pressure on him with his shoulder so that he can't grab that leg.
He does not want to give him this last takedown before the round ends. Now Jordan gets to sit in his corner and shake these cobwebs off.
Maybe keep that
In my
right hand
opinion.
up.
That's in my opinion.
If he can keep that right hand up and throw those crosses like he was in the beginning, he has a great cross.
All right, nice touch
He's
of
got
the
great
gloves.
kicks. Use his legs. Use that lead right kick. Because every time he leans in for those punches, he gets caught with that left hook. I mean, look how low that right hand is. And he's leaning again.
Yeah, he's over, way bent over. No, throws that little uppercut under the armpit there. Could have connected. It's again, Jordan Mata, L.A. Smith in the blue trunks, Edgar Garcia in the black.
Nice job, Jordan Smith. So now he's staying on the outside of that foot, Jordan is. So now he's going to be able to set up that cross better.
Because when he's square with him and putting all that pressure over that front leg, that's what causes the problem.
Right.
That's what causes a little bit of that issue where he was eating that hook from Edgar Garcia. So
Right.
he has to stay on the outside of that, circle away, and like you said, throw some kicks, switch it up a little bit, get him thinking something different, but make sure to keep your hands up as well because Edgar was able to land those.
Right. Now he could throw those back kicks if he's in that position where he's at now. He could throw those back kicks. He could throw the teeps really well. There's that left hook again. He landed the cross, but he ate the hook.
Which we saw that last time. He
Right.
got a little wobbly knee there.
He's trying to bait Edgar Garcia in by leaning forward, but a little dangerous.
Well, it hasn't worked thus far. I mean, he's landed some good shots, Jordan has. But Edgar's landed, I would say, the more solid of the solid of the shots that have really made an impression in my eye, in the judge's eyes. He was wobbled, he was injured, he was hurt. He was going for desperation moves, and then Edgar took him to the ground and then literally controlled him the entire portion of that fight. So Jordan really has to switch it up here and get things moving. But what do? I mean, it's easier said than done, right? But that's what he needs to do.
Great cross hook by Jordan Smith. Edgar Garcia came back with that left hook again. Use those legs. He's got great kicks.
Straight
Nice
punch
cross by
down the
Garcia.
pipe. Yeah, Jordan has got to remember to keep those hands up because Garcia's been able to land that hook. He really has to get moving here. Jordan really has to do something. Two minutes left on the clock. Jordan Mata, L.A. Smith in the blue, Edgar Garcia in the black. These guys are trading shots here.
Garcia bleeding from the nose a little bit from that cross.
Catch weight of 180
jab.
pounds.
Nice job by Jordan.
But Garcia knows this may be what he has to do here. Jordan is going to be fighting desperate, I would believe, for this third and final round. And so Edgar really is doing the smart thing here by closing the distance, getting Jordan up against the fence, and not giving him that room to land a huge shot that could change the fight and put it in Jordan Smith's favor. Because in my opinion, as much as it hurts me to say I love Jordan Smith, I have Edgar Garcia winning both first and second round.
I do too. Good turnout by Jordan Smith. Great on getting the elbow in there to get that distance.
One minute left on the clock between Jordan Mata, L.A. Smith, and Edgar Garcia, both fighting for what could be the
Nice
chance to
angle.
get back into the UFC. And Edgar Garcia looks a little wobbled there, and this is not what he wants. Jordan Smith has got the time, and he really needs this. He cannot get taken down.
Nice
And
body
Edgar
kick
Garcia looks wobbled.
Jordan
He
Smith.
looks injured. Is he
Tired.
baiting Jordan Smith, or is he just tired and worn out? But Jordan Smith really has to get going here. He has to get
He's
moving
tired.
if he wants to win this fight.
Nice combinations by Jordan
Jordan
and
Smith
Garcia.
has to get this thing going. Nice shot by both of these guys.
Jordan should throw that jab more. He does a great job. He
10
goes straight
seconds. 10 seconds.
They're going to go for it. No.
Oh, well,
Great.
there it is. Great
job.
fight between Edgar Garcia and Jordan Mata'ele Smith.
great war.
Mata'ele may have stole that round right there, but I
Don't
believe
know if it was enough.
the first and second are going to go to Edgar Garcia. I'm not a judge. I'm just a cage side commentator, so I don't know for sure, but I'm just saying, in my opinion, as much as it hurts me to say, I believe they're going to give those first 2 rounds to Edgar and the third to Jordan,
think
but
so too.
I could be wrong.
I think
Could
so
be
too.
wrong.
All right, fight fans, come on now. Let them hear some love. Give us some love. That's a battle. That's a battle. That's why we come to these fights, to see 2 warriors like this going at it. All right, fight fans, we've got a split decision. Judge number 1, scoring the bout 29-28, Smith. Judge number 2, scoring the bout 29-28, Garcia. And judge number 3, scoring the bout 29-28, for your winner, Edgar Garcia.
One punch and he was out cold. And I've done that 3 out of my 4 fights at 145s. The other one I just won by submission.
My last fight, I had a hard 5-round war.
Yeah, but that's what Justin wants you to do. He wants you to come to the ground with him.
And I learned so much from that fight.
Oh, huge body shot again. And he kicks him with it again. And this is where trouble.
I've took that fight and I've took the time to learn from that and to better the mistakes I made in that, because I did make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, I watched his first fight with Buckle. He got a little sloppy at the end, being so aggressive.
Oh, and a huge head kick.
And that's the only reason he got put in that choke.
Jason Brenton, I've seen him fight a few times. He doesn't get tired. Kid can go fight all day. I mean, I'm 11-4, he's 11-2. Our records are pretty much identical. I'm gonna come out, see if he can keep up. I don't see him keeping up, so I'm just gonna come out and just start doing my thing, throwing down, and hope he falls quick.
I'll have the reach advantage. I have more knockout power than anybody has ever fought, and I've been on a 4-fight win streak and the underdog every time, and I come out on top, and I'm looking to do that one more time. I know I have the power to end his night.
I can't lose this fight. I'm on a roll. I'm chasing those 3 letters, and if I lose to this guy, that puts me back a long ways.
And all it takes is one shot.
Clay Collard, once again, he is the 155-pound champion, vacating his belt at 155 to step down to the 145-pound weight division to take on all comers. Says, I feel better at 45, I really want to fight the best at 45, and I want to have that belt in 2 divisions. And what do you do, man? When Cassius Clay wants something, you got to give it to the kid. He is the champ, and before he moves on and fights in the bigger organization, which no doubt about it, if he stays on this path, he will. And what I mean by that is the UFC, they've got to have an eye out for this guy, you know, because of what kind of a fighter that he is. Just signed with a new management team, Dinero Sports, with Rob Rovita, and looking to make waves into the mixed martial arts world. So I want to say this is going to be probably what I was tweeting about it, I was talking about it. I said this fight could very well be fight of the night, if not an early favorite for fight of the year.
Absolutely. We'll see. We will see.
All right, well, right now, let's send it inside the cage to the best man in the business, Mr. Hans Olsen, to get this thing started.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your co-main event of the evening. Let's hear it for these 2 fighters.
This is my favorite.
This bout is a professional contest in the featherweight division. It will consist of 3 5-minute rounds. It is sponsored by MMADraft.com. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighed in at 145 pounds. He has a record of 11 wins and 2 losses. Fighting out of Grand Junction, Colorado, representing School of Hard Knockouts. Let's hear it for Jason Showstopper Bretton. And now, fighting out of the red corner, this man stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. He weighed in at 145 pounds. He has a record of 12 wins and 4 losses. Fighting out of Santa Quinn, Utah, representing the Pit Elevated. Let's hear it for Cassius Clay Collard. Your referee in charge of the fight, Dave Salyestead.
All right, boys, we've been over the rules in the locker room already. Just going to go over the big ones again. Stay off the top, back of the head, neck, and spine, and keep your fingers out of the cage. Understand? Any questions? Touch them up. Let's have a good fight.
All right, well, here we go. Tandy Suter, this is it. This is the co-main event of the evening. Jason Britton versus Cassius Clay Collard. Cassius Clay feeling it out, landing another leg kick right there. Jason Britton is long. I'd love to find out what his reach is because he is so long.
Him trying to go to the body a lot right in the beginning. A lot of body jabs.
And there's Clay throwing those.
Great combo by Collard. Nice cross by Collard.
Nice head movement by Clay.
Nice knee
Nice
by
knee.
Clay.
Nice head work. Nice foot movement by Clay Collard. Nice head movement. Clay Collard, oh!
Wow.
That little front push kick stuffed him right there. Clay Collard. Can he keep this pace up? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he can.
Yes, he can.
The entire fight. And, ooh, a nice shot
overhand
right there by
right.
Jason.
It was instantly countered by Clay.
Nice leg kick by Clay Collard. Jockeying, moving into position. Clay Collard in and out. Nice head movement. And this is...
Nice knee.
Nice body shot by Clay. He has Brenton
those
against
knees.
the cage.
There's a little bit of an elbow on the back than a head, but nice elbow by Clay. See, that's where Clay is so dominant, is right there when the guy's stuck on the cage.
Yeah.
His hands are relentless.
Yeah, well, you saw him throw it a little bit of everything. Elbows, knees.
Nice stuff.
Oh, and then...
Oh, great job, Clay.
Nice job, Clay Collard, using that arm and then throwing that knee again. Jason Brenton, hats off to him, man. He's weathered a few storms, that's for sure.
He already has a small cut on the right eye of Jason Brenton.
Nice.
Jason Brenton kind of telegraphs that jab.
Sure.
He's going to get countered with the cross or countered with the kick.
Clay was looking at him like, what the hell is
Or
that? You
that
just threw
lead
at me?
uppercut. Or
Yeah.
the left hook. No, the uppercut. Left hook.
Oh, nice shot
straight
right there by
cross.
Brenton again.
Nice knee by Clay. Right into the right elbow.
Oh! Nice shot by Clay. Nice shot by Clay. Nice jab. Throws that kick, sets it up. Nice shot by Brenton over the top.
Cross.
And a flying knee by Brenton that just missed.
Nice head movement by Clay. This is a little uppercut jab.
Nice shot right there. Clay ducks under and hits him with that shot. Now this is where Clay does work. Clay will get guys, like you said, against the fence and throw everything, knees, elbows, lower, use his knees, his foot stomp, body shots, use his head to put pressure on him and hit those shots from everywhere. This is where Clay Collard really excels against guys like Brenton, very tough guy. Look at Brenton, though. He's not having it. He's came right after him.
Great recovery by Clay. I think he slipped on the mat a little bit, but was able to just grab the legs automatically.
30 seconds. Yeah, it was 30 seconds up on the clock, and he gets the
job.
takedown. Oh, and you know he's going to make Brenton pay a little bit here now that he's got that takedown. Side of the head, a few shots. Going to try to roll him over and land a couple more.
Nice elbow.
They're throwing the elbows.
Now those are the elbows that cut right there.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, tried to maybe get a little sneaky, but it didn't work. 10 seconds on. He's just got to be careful here. So my hat's off to Jason Brenton, man. What a tough kid.
You can see Jason in the corner, just mouthing, just by me watching his mouth, he was saying to more head movement and to come back with that short cross.
Come
Slip
back
the
with
cross
it.
and then
Slip
come
the
back
cross.
with the left
Okay.
hook. More of that angle. So slip that cross and come back. Bam, bam. There's that switch jab I love so much. He does so good.
Once again, Clay Collard
Nice cross by Jason Brenton.
in the black shorts. Jason Brenton with the blue hair and the black shorts. Nice shot right there by Brenton. Popped him right on the mouth, and then a knee as well.
Great job, Clay, by turning out, using that frame to keep positioning or keep distance.
Ooh, stuck Clay with a little jab right there as Clay was teeing off on him, and then there's
Nice
that kick
left
again.
hook.
Nice knee right there by Brenton. Once again, this is where Clay likes to be, this dirty boxing, shuffling for position, using his head to put the leverage on Brenton and then throwing
Nice
those
left
knees,
knee.
using those elbows.
I love how Clay's holding onto that arm and then throwing that left knee. He's kind of opening him up right here, putting the pressure with his head, holding onto the arm, and then throwing the knees.
Gonna switch, let go, and give him a little pop in the mouth right there. Now, but what does Brenton
Great
need to do to
head
get out from
pressure.
behind this? What does he need to do here, Tandy?
Well, he's whizzing the arm, but he's just kind of staying there.
He's got to use his hips and kind of hip out,
right,
hip
but
out,
he needs
put some
to
pressure.
use that left arm more and kind of crank in, but
And not just
Clay's
over
doing
the
a great
top.
job.
Yeah.
He's deeper than Brenton is. But man, Clay is doing such a great job with that head control. That's why it's hard. He's not going to be able to do anything because he's controlling the body by controlling his head.
Sure.
So he tried to turn right there like he was supposed to do, but Clay, controlled him again with his
Controlled
head.
him once again, yeah.
He's going to throw those knees.
Nice
Nice
knee.
knees. Yeah, I love how he gets that frame and then throws the knees. Nice takedown by Clay. Brenton trying to get his feet on his hips.
Nice shot right there, right through the legs there. Clay Collard doing a great job of getting into a good position.
Good
Nice
side
move
control.
now. What is he going to do from here?
He's going to throw elbows. If he can control him right there,
Sure.
he would definitely be throwing his elbows. But Brenton did a good job by turning to his side again. You can hear Jason Mertlich telling him to elbow.
Elbow. Right there, he's getting him. Sneaking him through. Nice little hammer fist there. And then Brenton lands a couple, punching from underneath. I like it. Oh.
Ooh, that was a nice elbow by Clay.
Clay has to be real careful here because this is what could happen.
But Clay
Jason
doing a good
Brenton.
job of turning out. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have the right position with his legs. Great job, Clay. And Clay
Now
going
Clay
for a knee
for
bar.
a little submission of his own, but Jason doing a good job to figure for that. But now he's got to grab that foot, really crank on it to try to get it. Can he get it?
Clay trying to come underneath it.
And
Great
now he's got
job.
it. Cranking on it, trying to get it, but Brenton crossing his feet as these guys struggle. Clay really wants to get this submission. They're really trying hard, but Brenton's doing a good job. But can he extend it? Can he get it into his body, into his stomach where he needs it to be to really extend this thing?
Never seen Clay go for a submission like this.
No, he doesn't have it. As you can see, the knee is clearly bent. And he's eating a couple shots trying to throw this submission on.
And giving him his ankle. So now they both have an ankle.
Sets up and gives him a punch in the mouth. guys are just kind of rolling around like a couple alligators. I don't get it. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. They're both really content
Just
on doing
attacking the
some
feet.
ankle locks.
Right.
Clay's still going for it. I want that thing. I'm going to try to tear it off.
Wow.
Touch of the gloves for this third and final round. Clay Collard shoots in for a takedown. He eating a couple shots. Nice roll right there by Jason Brenton, not giving him that takedown, grabbing that leg and really putting him, reversing him. Landing a couple shots right there to the head of Clay Collard and a knee to the face of Clay Collard. And this is where Clay needs to. This is where Clay wants and needs this fight, up against the fence where he can do his dirty boxing. You know, get his damn knees, elbows,
head control.
The transitions. Throwing elbows and shoulder shots, and this is where Clay wants to be. This is where he needs to be.
This is where he's good. I mean, well, he's good everywhere, but this is where he just dominates. He dominates guys against the cage.
Does a great job of using his body to create a lot of pressure. All right, there, he made a little mistake, and then right there, Jason Brenton just runs the pipe to get him to the ground, as now Clay's looking for a switch. He's got to be careful not to leave his neck behind, but he's got to be careful here too, because this is where we saw Jason Brenton throw on those submissions, or those submission attempts earlier in the second round.
But I think Clay has worked a lot on this right here. On which side to turn to defend it, where your hands are, where your pressure is.
Sure. Well,
because
now
he's been there so many times with Justin
Buckles, right?
He knows how to get out of that.
Oh,
nice job by Clay.
Pulled him to him and then just punched right through the pipe and smashed him right in the mouth. And will he do it again? Brenton really looking to isolate that arm and look for a submission attempt. And still being active from his back, punching. Looking to better his position as Clay Collard looks to position his head more against the cage. Kind of square him up against the cage, so to speak.
Nice elbow right in the bridge of the nose of Jason Brenton.
A big shot by Clay.
And every punch has like damage.
Absolutely.
Has intent.
Absolutely. Another elbow, short elbow. He's going to pull and do the punch technique again. And now he's got the arm trapped. He's looking for what could be a shoulder choke. He's on the right side, but he's got to get that. Nope, he didn't get it.
Jason Brenton did a great job on pulling that over.
And this is where Clay wants to be. Isolate, trap that arm.
Great job bringing that arm back over, Clay.
Noticing where he was at and noticing that he could have been in a little bit of trouble. But rolling back into him. And now once again has Jason Britton's head up against the fence, and this is where Clay wants to be as he drops elbow and bombs. And we saw him stand up twice, pull the legs, and punch right through the legs to land, those heads right here. Yanks him and then hits him again a third time.
Wow. Nice elbow by Clay. Clay trying to trap that arm so he can keep raining down those elbows and punches.
Yeah. Which we've seen him do in the past as well against opponents.
Mm-hmm.
Got about
Just keeping him
45
trapped right
seconds
there.
on the clock. But I love the spirit of Jason Brent not giving up, still throwing from the bottom, still fighting from the bottom, not content to let Clay have everything. Clay has to understand this is a tough guy. Giving him all that he can handle, and Jason's still fighting hard.
Oh, big elbow by Clay.
Ten seconds left. I don't think you're going to get that choke on Jason Brenton with 10 seconds left.
Nice
But there is the
job.
fight. Jason Brenton versus Clay Collard. Great fight between these two athletes right there. Wow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for these two fighters. Come on, put your hands together. It's a great fight. We have a unanimous decision in the cage. All three judges scoring it 30-27 for your winner, Cassius Clay Collard.
All right, well, that's a wrap for this edition of the Showdown Fights. What a great night of fights, Tandy Suter.
Absolutely. It was incredible. Edgar Garcia and Jordan Smith. Fight of the night. Absolutely. I mean, Edgar Garcia came out and did exactly what he said he was going to do. He stayed standing and just threw everything, countered, repetitively with that left hook. Every time Jordan would come in, he'd lean forward and he'd counter the left hook. Yes, Jordan Smith had a lot of great combinations, great straight crosses, lots of body kicks, and it ended up being a split decision, which ended up going to Edgar Garcia.
Well, it was a great fight. Congratulations to Edgar Garcia and to Jordan Smith. Don't hang your head, buddy. But what about that main event? Clay Collard versus Jason Britton. Wow. Mirror images. These guys got in there. They banged it out. I think the reach of Jason Britton was something hard for Clay Collard to overcome, as well as that 145-pound weight cut. But what did Clay do? Rose to the occasion, and he pulls off the victory and one of the best main events we've seen in a long time.
Incredible.
For everyone here at Showdown Fights, I'm Johnny Ritchie. For Tandy Suter, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. For all the guys at United Fight Alliance and Showdown Fights, we'll see you next time.